Okay, welcome to the Arkansas Rehabilitation Services Ready to Work series. Today, we will be doing part 11, What is Taken Out of My Paycheck? Of course, this is brought to you by Arkansas Rehabilitation Services, your Region 4 pre-ETS counselors. We're preparing a job-ready, career-bound workforce to meet the needs of Arkansas employers. And the question for today: where is my money going? Reading and understanding your pay stub. It is your money, and you want to know what's happened to it. In this series, students will define words commonly found on pay stubs, practice reading a pay stub for information about income and deductions so you can base your budget on it, and calculate gross pay, net pay, and the percentage of income that goes to taxes and other deductions. Of course, here are the Arkansas CTE frameworks, where today we're focusing on financial literacy and the career readiness practice number 2 and number 3 that teachers can include on their lesson plans for this section. Okay, the question is, where did my money go? Now, this is a short video where I'm going to show you that just highlights what happens to you on a paycheck and how you read that pay stub. This is an example of a person working at the bagel barn. What happens to a lot of their money before they even get the money back from the pay? Enjoy.
It's the question that's on everyone's mind. If the number 2 pencil is the most popular, why is it still number 2? That is a good question, but it's a little off topic. I think a more relevant question is, where did all my paycheck money go? Well, portions of your paycheck are deducted every pay period. They are listed here as withholdings because they are withheld from your paycheck. Your gross earnings are what you started out with before the deductions, but that amount decreases as the deductions are taken out. Federal income tax is automatically deducted, and many states also take out income tax. So we subtract $53.90 and $19.60. Then there are also withholdings for FICA, the Federal Insurance Contributions Act. This tax is taken out to pay older Americans their Social Security retirement benefits and Medicare or hospital insurance benefits. It's a mandatory payroll deduction, so we subtract $7.11 and $20.58. Some of these paycheck withholdings will end up benefiting you when you retire, and some ensure that federal, state, and local governments function so you can have roads, parks, police, and schools. Your net pay is what you're left with after the deductions. You started out with $490 gross pay, but ended up with only $388.81 net pay. This means you probably don't have to worry about making minor purchases like a number 2 pencil now and then. But before you go out and buy something really expensive, make sure it's in your budget and that you can pay for it with your net pay.
Okay, that highlights what we're going to talk about today, but we're going to go in more depth. Now, let's talk about gross and net pay and some of the definitions and words we need to know. Now, when you hear gross pay, this is what gross pay is. It is the amount of money you earn before you taxes or other expenses from your pay stub are taken out. That's the money that you have earned, gross pay, before anything is taken out of your check. Net pay is actually the amount of money you take home after taxes and all the expenses are taken out. It's the money that you actually receive, you get. Not the money you earn, the money you get from working. net pay is what the paycheck says. Gross pay is the amount of money you've earned before they take anything out. Remember that. And our final thing is deductions. Nasty word. Money taken from your paycheck to cover things like taxes, maybe even health insurance, retirement. But deductions are things taken out of your check before you get that money for that paycheck. Okay, let's talk more about gross pay. Let's say you work at Dollar General. Your gross pay is the total amount of money you earn before a specific period of time. It's the amount before you get those deductions. Okay, you work 40 hours a week for $10 an hour at Dollar General. That's easy enough. That's easy to figure out. $10 times 40. So you get your gross pay is $400 a week. Is that what you take home? Well, that answer is no. It's not what you take home. You have to deal with that nasty word again, deductions. Okay, Social Security tax. Okay, that's about 6.2% of what you make. So 400 times 6.2 is $24.80. That's taken out of your paycheck. And you'll find it on your pay stub. Medicare tax. That's 1.45% of what you make. And that's probably about 400 times 1.45% is basically $5.80 that's taken out of your paycheck. Federal income tax. If you're single and one exemption, you can expect $37 taken out of each one of your paychecks. Arkansas state income tax. That's about, let's say about $12 is taken out of that $400 check. The total deduction would be $79.60 that is taken out of your paycheck before you even get your money. Total taken out is probably 19.9 or 20% of your paycheck is taken out of each of your pay stub. Scary. Now your net pay is your take-home pay. That's gross pay minus those nasty deductions. Net pay is what you base your budget on. Your budget, you don't base your budget on gross pay. You base it on your net pay, what you actually get paid. So $400 minus $79.60, your $400 paycheck turned into $320.40. And that, my friends, is what you use, amount of money you use in your budget. Now let's look at a real pay stub. This is a pay stub a typical teacher gets. Teachers, as you know, basically live on ramen noodles and water. That's their basic diet. So let's look at some things that are taken out of a paycheck. We have FICA. We have Medicare taken out. We have Arkansas state tax taken out. A lot of things are taken out. That's just a few things. And we're going to discuss a lot. And we're going to read into this pay stub. And let's look at this pay stub again. Okay. What is FICA? And that's taken out of every check. And it's right up there on top. FICA, FICA. What is that? Well, FICA is a U.S. federal payroll tax. It stands for the Federal Insurance Contributions Act and is deducted from each paycheck. FICA tax is the money that is taken out of workers' paychecks to pay older Americans their Social Security, retirement, and Medicare. That's hospital insurance benefits. It's mandatory for everybody, and it's a mandatory payroll deduction. And you will see it on each and everybody's pay stub. Now, Medicare. That's going to be our second thing. Why Medicare? What does Medicare do? And there it is right there. The second one says Medicare. 1.45% of your gross wages go to the Medicare tax. Medicare tax goes to pay for the Medicare hospital insurance that you're going to need when you get older. And basically, when you get older, things start to break down and you're going to need that insurance to pay for your medical bills as you get older. I don't see anybody gets healthier as they get older. Doesn't happen. And here's what we got. Federal tax. Oh my goodness, federal tax. There it is right there. The third thing down, it says Fed tax. That's your federal tax. This teacher got, wow, $248.90 taken out of her check. Oh, that's awful. About 11% of your gross wages goes to this federal tax. This is usually the largest taken out of your paycheck. It goes to the federal government. And everybody's got to pay federal tax. 11% of your gross wages go to that federal tax. Now, let's talk about Arkansas state tax. Now, on this pay stub, it says state WH. That means state withholdings, but it's really Arkansas state tax. And it's right there, state WH. Doesn't mean state white, it means state withholdings. And about 6% of your gross wages go to this Arkansas state tax. Wow, that's a lot of money right there. And this teacher has also insurance, dental taken out, vision taken out, disability insurance, health insurance, insurance match, life insurance. Everything is taken out, and it just chips away at that paycheck. Very, very disheartening. Okay, let's finish with a math problem. Okay, Emily is paid $15 an hour. If she works more than 40 hours a week, she is paid overtime pay at something called time and a half. Last week, she worked 6 hours overtime plus her 40 regular hours. How much was her total pay for the week? Then we're talking what did she earn that week. I'm going to drink a cup of coffee and see how you got this. Nice. Okay. Now, if you're like a lot of my former students, you would probably give me the Dr. Evil answer, and it was probably $1 million. No, that's wrong. Let's kind of figure this out on our own here. And I'll help you a little bit. Those of you that didn't get the answer right or think they got the answer right. Let's talk about time and a half. What does that mean? Well, your time that you earn for each hour that you work is $15. Okay, plus a half. That's half your time, which I figure out that'll be $7.50. Half of $15 is $7.50. You add that together, you're going to have $22.50. And how much overtime did Emily work? Well, she worked 6 hours that week of overtime. So 6 times $22.50 is going to give Emily $135. That's what she get for overtime. Now, let's do the easy part here. She could work 40 hours at $15 an hour. Each one of those hours, she got $15. So, 40 times $15 is $600. So you got $135, and her regular pay is $600. Her overtime pay is $135. Her regular pay is $600. We add them up. Now, I'm going to give you a time to add these up. Now tell me what the answer is. Did you get this? This will be the correct answer. $735. Now remember, is that what she gets to take home? No. That's just her what? Gross pay, not her net pay. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to send it to me. We are the Arkansas Rehabilitation Services. We are the Pre-Employment Transition Services, pre-ET services. You can always ask me anything. And remember my acronym, FEAR. You can forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. And of course, this is a firm thank you from your pre-ETS counselor, Region 4 pre-ETS counselors, Kyle Kuiper, Dana Byram, and Byron Laster, myself here, not Gabby Hayes. Thank you for attending, and I will see you soon.